Now, since all we need to find the change or a rate of change is the values of the endpoints, we can also find this from a graph or a function. So, for example, suppose an airline goes on a 6-hour flight. The graph shows the height of the airplane in kilometers, t hours after it takes off. And let's find the average rate of change between the time it takes off and 3 hours into the flight, and the average rate of change during the last hour of the flight. So we need to know where it was. It took off at t equals 0, and 3 hours into the flight is at t equals 3. And we see that at t equals 0, the plane's altitude was 0 kilometers. And at t equals 3, the plane's altitude was 12 kilometers. And so the rate of change is the change in quantity divided by how long the change took. Remember, the change in quantity is the ending amount minus the starting amount. We ended at 12 kilometers and we started at 0 kilometers. That change took 3 hours. And so our rate of change, 12 kilometers divided by 3 hours, or 4 kilometers per hour. How about during the last hour of flight? Since the flight was 6 hours, the last hour of flight is the time between t equals 5 and t equals 6 hours after the plane takes off. And so we want to know the plane's height at t equals 5 and the plane's height at t equals 6. And these are 4 kilometers and 2 kilometers. So again, our rate of change is the change in quantity divided by how long the change took. The change is the ending amount minus the starting amount. And we ended at a height of 2 kilometers. We started at a height of 4 kilometers. So that gives us our difference, minus 2 kilometers, and the change took 1 hour. And so our rate of change is minus 2 kilometers per hour. And again, as with change amounts, we should always choose one. Either include the sign or omit the sign and include a direction. And so we might say that during the first 3 hours, the plane's height changed by plus 3 kilometers per hour. Now, since this is positive, we could omit the plus sign and just say 3 kilometers per hour. During the last hour, the plane's height changed by minus 2 kilometers per hour. Or, during the last hour, the plane's height decreased by 2 kilometers per hour, where, since we use the word decreased, we omit the sign.